Now, since we're talking about the backup quarterback situation, right? Let's talk about what we got going on with the Browns. Now, RG3, hopefully I'm allowed to use this clip. Shout out to RG3 and the Ones. Make sure you guys go show love to RG3 and the Ones podcast. This is his podcast, breaking down what he feels is his opportunity to state what he feels, I guess. I really don't know how to break it down to you. He really just kicking you game. Like, listen, I'm available. All right, so let's watch. Hopefully, I'm allowed to use his video.
Deshaun Watson is going to be out for the remainder of the season after he's having shoulder
Why can't we see this?
surgery on a broken bone in his right shoulder. That's his throwing shoulder, people, okay? But it seems that he played 2.5 quarters with a high ankle sprain and a broken shoulder and still was able to go lead the Cleveland Browns to victory against one of the best teams in the NFL, the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay, talk to
So
him.
that puts the Cleveland Browns in a very interesting situation. They've got 2 quarterbacks that they can turn to. One is DTR, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, the rookie from UCLA, and the other is PJ.
And let's not cut him off right here. Listen. Let's not cut him off. But I do just want to chime in real quick. DTR, you're playing good ball from what I've got to see. And it's not much, but from what I've got to see, you're playing good ball. All right, let's resume.
Walker. But I'm here to tell you they got a third option.
Okay.
And it's your boy.
I've listened to the majority
The
of
Browns
this
should sign me as their starting quarterback, and here's why. 1, at 33 years old, I understand the game better than I ever have in my entire career. I know how to slide, and I know when to slide, and that was a huge issue in my 8 years in the NFL. But I
Now listen, when I first listened to this, I want to break this down just a few times because I don't want to get copyrighted fragments too bad, or if I'm not allowed to use this RG3. But 7 years, 8 years to learn. Well, really, 7 years give you the first year as a rookie. That's cool. 7 years to learn. Figured I'd just mess with him one time on that. But yeah, that's pretty funny.
and that was a huge issue in my 8 years in the NFL. But I've learned from my mistakes, and I'm ready to showcase that I can get it done. But here's the thing. Deshaun Watson went 14 for 14 in the second half against the Baltimore Ravens, and he used his legs to go out and scramble and extend plays.
Okay.
Of those 14 passes, there weren't really any of them that you would say were $230 million worthy passes. All they needed him to do was manage the game because of them dogs they got over there on defense, starting with Myles Garrett. Well, guess what? I didn't do that. I can go out there and manage a game for the Cleveland Browns and help them go on the Super Bowl run that they want to go on. But here's the second thing. I still run a 4.340, people, and I can throw the football 80 yards.
I think he boosted the numbers just a little bit. Look, 80 yards, probably like 65. Okay. 4.3, probably like 4.49. Okay. 4.5, 4.55, 4.6. Still fast. Okay. 4.5 probably. Right? 4.3s. Then he didn't even run 4.3s. Okay. Listen to me. Hold on, what camera angle was this one? Oh yeah, I like this one too. Let's go to this one. Listen to me. RG3 didn't even run a 4.3 in the college combine. Or in the NFL combine. I said in the college combine. Coming out of Baylor, right? Now, can you get faster or could you have not run your best time? Yes. So if he ran a 4.3 back then and still says he could run a 4.3 now, it's hard not to believe him. He's in a younger state than what Vic was when Vic ran his 40, and his 40 isn't much slower than what he ran. Now, can you run it on a consistency basis? Can you run it with pads on and, everything else that goes into it? I don't know. That's for RG3 to determine, but RG3's pretty determined that he can still get it done.
In every week like an NFL football player, so I could be ready for moments just like this.
Okay.
So they need to hit my line. And the third thing is, for me, if Dorian Thompson-Robinson is going to be their guy and they don't bring me in to be the starter, then they should bring me in to be the backup so I can help him in the same ways that I helped Lamar Jackson. I learned 6 offenses in 8 years in the NFL. Nobody wants to talk about it, but learning a new offense has never been a problem for me. And I can help DTR with his decision making, when to make certain plays, and truly to understand what he has to do as a quarterback with a defense like that on the other side of the football. So Cleveland, I've been there before, and I don't feel like I truly got the right amount of time to get it righteous with you. So let's do it now, and let's go on the Super Bowl run together.
Okay. Shout out to RG3 and the ones. So RG3 and the ones is basically saying, look, I want to get it in, okay? I want to get it in by any means. I want to make it happen. So if you're the Cincinnati Bengals, the Baltimore Ravens, and the Pittsburgh Steelers, are you cool with RG3 going and leading the Browns, or would you much rather it be Joe Flacco, which is who they just brought in for possibility? But he just had I think it was this morning. He went to a practice, but he left with no contract. But I think that they said he's still the highest candidate and whatnot. So I'm not too sure what's going on there. I'm good from what I seen from Joe Flacco, but then again, Joe Flacco looked a little bit better than Zach Allen in the offense from time to time. He looked like he could still throw the football, make solid reads. I don't know. If you're a Browns fan, do you want RG3 or do you want Joe Flacco? Who would you rather bring in and give give the backup role to? And then just see. I mean, if he's saying he's running a 4.3 and throwing the ball 80 yards, I kind of just want to bring you in for a practice. Let me see. Let me see something. Let me see what we're working with. Because if we're working with anything remotely close to what you're talking about and how comfortable you're feeling with how well you can manage the game, we're in business. Listen, we're in business because at that point, I found my starting quarterback. At that point, I found my starting quarterback because DTR is not going to be able to run that offense as comfortable. But DTR does not look bad. So that is no disrespect and no shade to DTR. And I am not mad if they stay exactly where they're at and y'all have perfect belief in DTR and you guys choose to allow DTR to play. But let me know if how do the Cincinnati Browns fans really feel about that? Because I'm a Steelers fan. I'm not fond of that. I'm cool with y'all keeping DTR. And that's no disrespect, DTR. But you're younger. I ain't seen too much from you. If you torch us up in the playoffs or, however shake out, it is what it is. But I can see RG3 doing it. And I'm cool on that. I'm cool. I'm cool on that.